So today on the agenda, we'll be looking at what is ProConnect, how we download the app, and I strongly encourage you today to download the app so you can take part in today's session. And then we'll look at how we use Presenter 10 and ProConnect together to create an interactive activity. And the 3 activities we'll be looking at today will be taking a screenshot, creating a voting session, and looking at an interactive mind map. And then we'll look at how you start and how you manage a ProConnect session as well. Okay, so just bear with me. I'm just going to minimize that screen. Perfect. So what is ProConnect? This little symbol here, that is the ProConnect icon. And ProConnect is part of ProWise Presenter 10. And it allows you to create easy interactions between devices in the classroom and your interactive touchscreen board. So you as a teacher would need to create the ProConnect session in Presenter, and then the students then participate through the browser or the ProConnect app. So this is where I'll strongly ask you, please, if you can download the app now, either in your Play Store or your iTunes Store. It's a free download, and we will be using the app and you can take part, and then you can see from the student view as well how they would use the app to take part in a session as well today. So either you can give me a bit of a thumbs up in the chat to say that you've been able to download it. And then we can have a look. So first we'll be looking at how to create a ProConnect activity using the screenshot method. And then we'll move on to the different activities you can use your ProConnect for. I'll just see if has anyone managed to download the app?
No.
Okay,
You got it?
shaking her head.
So
So you
go
into your app store, either on your phone or your device that you're using, and just search for ProConnect.
What happened? Screen chat. Okay, I got the chat.
So it should be either in your Google Play Store. Okay, Eva, so you can use it through the browser. If you have a Presenter account, you can use it through Presenter. It does work easier and quicker through an app. Eva, do you have a Presenter account?
No.
No, okay. So that's okay. If you I'll be demonstrating on my app today as well. If anyone else has managed to download it via an app, if you've got even if you've got your phone available, it will work on your phone. Okay. So first of all, to create a ProConnect activity, we will use we will be inserting the illustration, and then we'll type in the task, and then I'll start a ProConnect activity. Hi Vanessa, thank you for joining. We were just I'll just get Hi Stephanie. thank you both for joining. We were just downloading the app for ProConnect. I don't know if you've already got that. You can just go to your app store to download.
I can see your name on, but I don't see my name.
You can download ProConnect for us just to get to take part in today's session. Well, just a quick recap for you is we're just going to go through how to create a ProConnect session using screenshots for voting and then the interactive mind map. Okay, so first of all, we're going to type in a task and an illustration. So if you're familiar with Presenter 10, you'll see that when you open your Presenter 10, you'll get a blank screen like this. So first we need to create an activity to be able to use ProConnect. So what I'm going to do first is go to the media. I'm going to go to illustrations and I'm going to just type in Earth and hit enter. I'm going to select the Earth layers. And you'll see we've got our globe. I'm going to press edit here. I'm going to just shrink it down a bit. Okay, so that's the first part. Now I'm going to type in the text. So I press the A. And I'm just going to type in some words. So we've got crust, mantle. I'm going to type in outer core. And I'm going to type in inner core. Okay. And again, just to make it look a bit pretty, I'm going to just press my edit button at the bottom. I'm going to highlight all four. Again, enter. I'm going to align. We can distribute them evenly this way and we can just shrink them so they're in the corner there. Now I'm going to select an arrow. I'll select a different color maybe. And I'm just going to draw some arrows to each layer. Okay. So that's just a quick activity that we've created. And now we're going to send it to the students using ProConnect. So to start a ProConnect session, you'll see the icon at the bottom here. It says ProConnect. We're going to press start. So if you have been able to download the app, this is where you can start getting involved now. So you'll notice if you've downloaded the app, it will ask you for a group code. So you as the teacher are in charge, you've got full control of when you allow students to be able to join a session. So this green code here will appear at the top of your interactive board. Just click on the green code to make it nice and big so all the students can see it. You can press these six little dots as well. So now you can type in your name in your app and you can type in the code. You do not need to type in the space. Once you've been able to do it, you press join. And you can see here as people start joining, the number starts increasing. So if you know you've got your a class of 5 devices, you're expecting that number to go to 5. If each student has their own device, you might have a higher number like 23. So you can close this down by pressing X and the code will always appear in the top right corner there. This drop down button here says participants. We've got Louise, Amy, Tammy, and then myself has been able to join. So you can close that. And then you'll see on the app, it will be saying wait for the next activity to start. So again, you've still got control. You haven't actually sent the activity out to the student. So to do this now, I'm going to press share screen. And I'm going to send the screenshot. So what I'll just do for the people who aren't on the app, I'll start my video and you can see I've got that on my phone. Okay. So now they've got the buttons at the bottom here that allow the students to select some annotating tools and they can start, press the pen and they can start. You might want to say, can you label the layers that we see? And then once you've annotated, you just press send. Let me stop my video for a minute. And you can see on my screen here now, the view submissions has become live. So as people start sending and students start sending their work back, this will become live and you can select view submissions and your screen will start to appear like this. And you can see my work is at the bottom of the screen there. So along this blue bar here, you can have as many different screens as you like. And you can see as students start sending their work back, they'll all appear at the bottom here. So using these 6 dots here, I'm going to just click and drag. That's mine, that's Amy's work, and we've got Louise. Okay, so you might want to say, let's look at Louise's work. So to make it bigger, we click on the full screen there. Okay, so we've seen Louise has managed to, you can start discussing your work with the other students. So the students, in the student name, how we've put our own names, you could have group 1, group 2 if they're working as a group. We can close that. We can see now Tammy has submitted her work. We can drag hers. And again, we can have a look at Tammy's. Okay, she clearly knows her earth well, so that's good. We can close that and we can start comparing the work there. So that's sharing a screenshot. You can just send an image of the screen and the students can annotate it and send it back, and then you can start comparing students' work. If you had more screens up here, we can just drag my work down and we could drag another student's piece work up top. We're in the same ProConnect session now. I'm going to stay in that session. I'm just going to press return to presenter. You can see we've got 5 people joining. And depending on the year group and the age range you teach, some students, you want to still always be able to have control. So I can pause Louise because she might not be using the session as intended and be sending stuff it shouldn't be sending. So you can pause her out, give some time out, and then we can resume her back as well. Okay, you can select a student and you can just totally stop them as well. So again, you've always got control as the teacher of the students. You can pause them out or you can throw them out. Again, because I'm just selecting that view submissions button, you can see who is sending what to your screen. So again, sorry, Louise, I'm just picking on you. If Louise is sending stuff you shouldn't be sending, we know because it's attached to her name. So I'm going to go back to presenter. Again, we're still within the same session. We haven't come out of it. And now we're going to use ProConnect to use an activity for voting. So it's called vote. You can see here it says called vote. You can use this to create a question, multiple choices, run a class vote. So I shall show you now how to do that. Again, still in the same session. I'm just going to go to a clean page. You'll have your blank page and just type in a question. So I've selected my type text. I'm going to put what percentage of the earth is water. And I might just want to move it down. Add my question mark. Okay, so that's our question, and this is what we want to find out, students. This is a good little thing as well, a little activity you can do for quick assessment. So I'm going to type in some options. So I might type in 96%. 25%, 71%, and lastly, I'm going to type in 50%. Okay, again, you can make this look pretty by editing the colors. So when we press vote, I've just selected vote under the ProConnect menu here. You'll see there's options of A, B, C. There's different letters. There's yes, no, true and false, if you want to do statements, and there's different colors as well. So depending again on the age range you teach, what I might do now is just select my text again. And this time I'm going to type in a different color and I might just type A, B, C, and D. So those are your options. And then I'm going to select under my vote option, I'm going to select A, B, C, and D, because those are the 4 options we've just created now. And I'm going to press send. And for people who aren't on the screen, you can see on my device here now I've got A, B, C, D. So the students now can just select which one they want. So I'm going to choose A. I'll just stop my video. And now we can press show results here. And you can see at the moment out of the 4 people, the 5 people who are involved in this session, 50% have said A, 25, oh, someone's changed their answer, okay. So what we can do is press individual answers, and we can see as well who has selected which response. Okay, now Sarah's voting. So as you can see, as they're coming in, you can see them coming through. So that is a quick way where you can just run a quick question session. You can have multiple questions already preset on each page, because as you've seen, we're still in that same session that we've started from the beginning. So you can flip between pages and you still stay in that session. So you can have multiple questions per page. I'm just going to press show results and that takes away the results. What we could have done is we could, if I'm just going to go back to my text options here, I'm going to highlight 96 and I'm just going to put that in red. I'm going to do the same for 25%. I'm going to put that in yellow. I'm going to do it as green. And I'll do this one as orange. So what we can do as well, if you didn't want to use the A, B, if you delete those, if you teach younger students who you think, oh, letters, and it might all get a bit too confusing, you can set the color options here, do red, yellow, green, and orange. And now we can press send. Louise, I've seen your question. I'll just come back to it in a minute. So you can see now I've just got color options instead of letter options. And again, we can conduct the same question, and it's easy if you just want to select which color do you think is right. So we can do it that way too. You can also, we can do true or false. So you can have statements. So now we know, I can tell you all the answer if you're worried. 71% of the earth is actually water. So we could have a statement saying the majority of Earth's surface is water, true or false, agree, disagree. And then you can just type in agree and disagree, and we can select these options as well. So you can have just simple yes and no answers if you wanted to. Louise, you're asking is how do we enter as a teacher? So I'm just driving it through my presenter session. So when you are at your computer or at your board, you would just press this button here to say start ProConnect, and you would get this screen that you're seeing, that I'm seeing. So that's how it works. So I'm just driving it through presenter 10. You would be at your board, you would select the colors and the vote. You can then stand up, be at your board and look at your participants. And the students will have what you're seeing on their device. Okay. So now, again, we're in the same session and we're just going to collapse that. How to create a ProConnect mind map. So in the media button here, we're going to go to tools. We can select ProConnect, and you see there's a one that's called mind map. Okay, afterwards you can go in and have a play with the others, but I think this one is really good to use. So you type in a subject here. Oh, I'm still in caps, so we go solar system. It gives you the options how you want to adapt your mind map, and then this time we're going to select start via ProConnect. So now I'll just flip my screen. You can see it just prompts you to type a word. So the students now can go in and start typing words without like around the theme of the solar system and start pressing send. And as they do that, you'll press start here. You can see here the words are already populating. We can select on the words and we can see Tammy has suggested the word sun, Louise, and then as people are sending in their words, you can start building your mind map. So you might want to drag planet, and we're going to put it on this. There we go. And you can start building, and then we can start sorting out through our words. So we've got moon, we've got sun. You can start building your interactive, and people can send in as many words as they want. You can just keep on going, keep on going. So it's a good way. You can shrink that, and you can save your mind map. If you just press file, save, you'll have that saved as well. And then you can collapse those. And you can collapse those. That's a good little tool to use. You can move that, unlock it, and you can move that. So that is creating an interactive mind map. Any questions on the mind map? So as you can see, students don't have to be on the same network to partake in a ProConnect session, especially with COVID when learning was taking place from home. This is a good tool to have where you can be anywhere. As long as you've got this group code, they'll be able to join. I know some schools have been using ProConnect even for staff meetings to do votes as well. So that's always, you can use it in your staff meetings too. And then when you want to stop your session, you can just simply press stop ProConnect, and that will throw everybody out. So now your device will say the group has been closed. So again, as the teacher, you've still got control of when you can start and stop that session. When you want to start another session, again, just press ProConnect, start, and now it will give us a new code because we've ended that one. So my advice is if you've got a couple of activities that you want to use for ProConnect, so as we went through, we've had one where we've highlighted and annotated, and then we've done a voting. I would just keep the same session running because otherwise your students will have to keep entering a new code each time. So you can just have it running and you can still flick through the pages as well. Any other questions? So creating an activity, you just need to type it in or put your pictures for annotating. It could be, you could just type in a simple maths problem. Louis, can you revisit the same page on another day? Do you mean through a ProConnect session? Once you've stopped that session, Louise, you will have to create a new code. You could do the activity, you could repeat the activity, but it'll just give you a new code to do it in because you would have stopped it from them. Is that what you wanted to know? Okay, nodding over the head. That's good. Great. So you can so for sending a screenshot, you can, have a simple maths problem typed up, or anything you're working on, they can send those. You could have a floor plan or a map for children to annotate, draw a diagram of where they want to go. So the opportunities for the interactive, it's huge because they can start sharing ideas as well on the board, and then you can, like I showed you, share your screens. And then you've got all your interactive tools like your mind maps and your word clouds. You would just go in and have a look at these different. So they're under the tools and ProConnect. And there's mind map and word clouds, which I think are the best two. Any other questions? No. So that we'll be repeating this webinar on Tuesday the 1st of June. If you've had some time in between now and then to create an activity, and if you've got any questions again, you can join that session and ask me if there's been anything that you found tricky, or you can email me as well. This webinar is recorded, so we can put that up on our website, so and once that's done, you can refer back to that as well. I'm just going to press stop on here. And hopefully that's all been very useful for you today to be able to create and use ProConnect within your classroom. Students don't need to have a device. Each one per group could work as well, just as effective. And creating votes, classroom votes. So if you're doing a classroom campaign, then the voting system would be quite useful to use as well there. If there is no questions, I will give you back some time out of your busy day, which I'm sure you've all had a long day. Great, thank you all for joining everyone this afternoon. I look forward to seeing you at our other webinar. Yes, Louise, very much go and have a play. Once you've had a play and gotten used to it, it'll become second nature. Thank you, Eva.